Hey, y'all know what it is. Hey, Savage AF fam. I see y'all in here. Thank y'all for joining. Savage AF is the show. You know when the shot is like this, it's either we don't know where Shang is or it's going to be a Dro Solo show. This is a Dro Solo situation. We do know where Shang is. He is live in Vegas for y'all, man. He'll be there tonight through Sunday, the whole week of fun at the Strat at the LA Comedy Club. So it's a great venue, a good old time, and a new room for them within the same building. So yeah, man, go check out Shang if you're in Vegas this week. He's there. I'm here. So he's making his way there. He'll be on the show later this week. But yeah, right now he's in en route, as the French would say. Didn't mean to get international on y'all. My bad. I'm gonna stay local. Thank y'all for jumping in, man. Savage AF is still the show, even if it's Dro Solo. I'm Black Pedro. You see me right there. You see it in the corner. Follow me on IG at Black Pedro. We are here for you guys Monday through Friday live on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously at the same damn time. You know what it is, man. So Mondays and Fridays we're on at 3. Ooh, I want to go to this actually. Mondays and Fridays, we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday, typically, we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you ever happen to miss us live, we have all the shows archived for you on the YouTubeage. The URL is now scrolling. You see right there? It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, youtube.com/c/savageaf world. That's all one word. Make sure you get in there. And let me see if I can run these graphics like Shang be doing, man. You know, this is it's a little bit of work here, guys. Where do you put the oh, here we go. And make sure when you get there, when you go to the YouTube page, that you're doing these very specific steps, or you will fail in life. And get into it, man. Make all the sound effects. Boing, ding, ding. Like, make all the noises while you're doing it. It makes it more fun. But make sure you are subscribing and clicking the bell for notifications. And then you also want to keep going. All right, don't stop. More work. Let's go. Stay active. All right. Leave comments on the videos. Rate them. Share them with your people. Let's go viral, yo. I'm trying to catch something this year. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's what that means, but whatever. Get off me, man. Also, you know, some of y'all, to be honest, don't have eyes. Maybe, you know, I'm with you. We're here for everybody. So for all my audio files out there, if you're an ear hustler and you're in the podcast game, we are available wherever you get your podcasts: iTunes, Google Play, Slacker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. So join in the fun there. And speaking of joining the fun, I thank you guys for getting in on this. Breezy JJ's Queen B, we see you. Miss Adverb, hit it first ASAP. Okay, you know, with your hip hop names, sometimes I can't. RVA Gourmet, I see you. Evelyn Gatlin, Maya Baker, what's up with you? All right, man. Bronda, Miss Unpredictable. I don't know why you say that. You be here every day. Okay. We on your ass. We know where you at. Damani Jones, I see you as well. But thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate that, man. Let's get into it. Again, I already told you follow me on IG, so that's what it is, man. Gonna be a slightly shorter show because we don't have a Shang here to do a Shangri for you. Oh, before we get into it, if you're in the LA area this week, oh, by the way, LA is gonna be nuts. Like next week, starting next week up to the Super Bowl, like this has never happened. You know I'm not an NFL guy, but I admit that this is special. A host the team from a host city for the Super Bowl has never been in the Super Bowl. So, and it's LA, and it's about to go down. But before that, this Friday, February 4th, I will be at the Comedy Chateau. Okay, Comedy Chateau, and I'll be posting on Instagram. That's why it's important to follow me on Instagram, and I'll get you all the details for that. But the Comedy Chateau this Friday, North Hollywood, California. All right. Black Pedro live. Shang's in Vegas live. So Vegas, LA. We got Savage. We hit you on both coasts. Vegas ain't a coast. I know that's what you're thinking, but mind your business. There's a lot of pools out there. It's kind of like Shoreline. All right, man. Here we go. It's always weird doing this by myself, too. I just feel like, video diary with some people watching. But here we go, y'all. We are gonna end today with a Black Pedro pop-in because we like I said, we don't have Shang here right now. So how you gonna do it, Shang? Look, the cat is sad that Shang ain't here. She crying out for him. Don't worry, baby, he'll be back. Yeah, I know, girl. She's so cute. You guys see, she should do commercials. She really should. All right. That being said, Black Pedro pop-in today. We're gonna end with that. But aren't we angry though? That's really the question. I'm gonna talk about it. We'll get into it. Don't worry. Stay glued to your seats. But before we get into that, let's talk about card game. Is Nicole H in here today? Wait, did I see Nicole yet? Sorry. Oh man, I hope she gets in here by the time we talk about that. But did y'all hear about these nurses in New York? Got busted with the fake vax cards. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that, man, I do want to start off today with a special segment of programming. It's the most critical question that we ask here on Savage AF. By the way, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. That is our motto. Black Pedro, comedian Shang. We are your hosts. When we ask critical questions, it often sounds like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Motherfuckers say what? All right, man. So we're gonna start off with some gravity here. Can't be all fun and games, kids. Gather around. Time to get serious. All right, cheers, goddammit. I run the show like the Boris Johnson administration in England, obviously. Here, son. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay, man. Let's start off today. Motherfuckers say what? The DOJ, they some SOBs. All right. See what I did with the letters there? DOJ, some sons of bitches. This Merrick Garden led Biden administration, Department of Justice, I should say, struck a plea deal with the McMichael Klansman son, father, and their little buddy, Roddy Bryan, the murderers of Ahmaud Arbery, who were already convicted at the state level. Sentenced, the two McMichaels were sentenced to life with no parole. Only Bryan gets a chance for parole. That being said, they still had a federal charges they were facing for hate crime. And the Department of Justice struck a plea deal with them for them to serve 30 years out of their life sentences in federal prisons, right? I didn't actually realize this was a big deal. By the way, a judge rejected all that bullshit, but we'll get into the full breadth of it, shall we? And again, guys, I'm sorry. When I'm by myself, it's sometimes hard for me to stay up with the feed, but stay active. The comment section. It's hard for me to talk and read and process. As brilliant as I am, that's the liquor talking. All right. So I didn't realize that there was this big disparity between Well, actually, I did. I know that there are some prisons that are like considered, nicer than other country club prisons, but I didn't realize like the difference between like state-run prisons and federal facilities. So federal facilities tend to have more money, more resources, less people, less inmates, so less crowding, and in general making them more comfortable experiences as far as incarceration goes. Um, on the state level, however, welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. You better get your back against the wall, motherfucker. Sharpen the toothbrush and other ways to fashion weapons, chicken bones or some shit. But yeah, man, you can't. So state level run facilities are, apparently these shitholes, man. I try to stay free of the bars. Turned my life around years ago. Um, so essentially the Department of Justice was going to give them 30 years off from a state facility and put them in a federal facility, which is the request of the murderers. And I feel like once you get convicted of murder, like request time's over, right? Right? Like this ain't about what you want anymore. You've taken a human life. We've all judged you. A jury has judged you for it. A judge has sentenced you. Shut the fuck up. Like, no, you don't get to say where you get to stay. But this is America. Three white Klansmen essentially getting. They're like, well, can at least get the better. Well, I need a view. Can I get a penthouse cell? They get to request where they want to serve their time. And most importantly, this was, dead set against the wishes of Ahmaud Arbery's family, his mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, and the rest of his family. I mean, this was just like not what they wanted. They were happy, as happy as you can be with the sentence that they got at the state level. It is life with no parole in shitty conditions. Well deserved. You earned that one, guys. Uh, and so this was disappointing to the family. Now a judge has stepped in, a federal judge in Georgia, and sorry, has rejected the entire or this plea deal. Um, what's the judge's name? It's a woman. Sorry, not that truly matters. But just to let you know, U.S. District Judge Lisa Wood. Yeah, she basically didn't feel comfortable, you know, putting them in federal prison for 30 years. So applause to that. Again, we're seeing how checks and balances work um, in our system. Just because one branch says one thing doesn't mean another branch will allow them to do that. So it's all the same tree. Lady D Banks, what's going on, girl? You're a little late for class. Did you bring something for everybody? All right, y'all. Okay, so Maya Baker, I'm catching you right here. She says this was simply to keep them away from the general population so that they could live. Hey, man. I've been wondering how that might go. I absolutely hear what you're saying, Maya. I mean, I think they would do anything to, have as comfortable and safe conditions as they want, and anybody incarcerated should be getting that. But if these guys, if there are two tiers of it, yeah, no, give them the shitty tier. And let's get them that base package right there. No frills. No, we don't even need a bag. Um, yeah, but I have been wondering, Maya, to your point of, in prison, even in a general pop situation, whatever, like there are factions and they tend to separate races in these facilities. So wouldn't they be, lauded and sort of heroes among the white prison population? Um, yeah, they might be more vulnerable to being touched, but I feel like they would be celebrated in that space. Unfortunately, sadly, but this is America. Big BP, what up, though, man? I see you, man. Shane's not here today, man. I see you, but you know what it is, man. He'll be back with us tomorrow. He's live in Vegas. If you guys are out there, all right, at the Strat, LA Comedy Club, go get him. But yeah, I don't know. What's my saying? Oh, popular thoughts were who would get to them first. Also, they need to be alive to continue their appeals. Yeah, I honestly, I would like to just see them. Like, listen, if it were to happen, I wouldn't want to see them get shanked until they're like, 70, 80 years old or something like that. But I want them to spend the rest of their lives, like in prison, like struggling mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Uh, in some of these cases, like a good old stab to the kidney 32 times it's too easy. You know, I think these guys deserve to spend some decades, man, to miss everything, bro, to miss everything in life and just be locked up behind there. Um, but if they get got, they get got. So, oh well. But for now, and I'm not sure what other. I think the McMichael Bryan team, they can appeal this decision. Maybe I don't know. I have to get back with you on that. Sorry, but I would like to see. Yeah, I would like to see them serve out a good amount of time, and I'm not sure what the next step is. But for now, we do have sort of a stay on them getting a lighter experience within their incarceration and going back to the state conviction and sentencing. So let's go. But one important thing before I move on, I don't want to skip over this part. By the way, Queen Bee slips in with a South Carolina still has the firing squad, JIC. Um, Mental note: don't do dirt in South Carolina. Good on that. Um, Brian says they're hoping for protective custody. Yeah, they were trying to get to that federal that federal prison in the sky, baby. But no, bruh. Judge Lisa Wood said no, bruh. But one important thing that does come out in their plea deal with the feds, with the DOJ, they being the McMichaels, is that they admitted to chasing down Ahmaud Arbery because of the color of his skin. And that was a sort of important and necessary admission that that they had to make in order to, because these were hate crime charges that they were facing on a federal level. So they had to plead that and admit that. And they would have said anything to get out of the state sentencing, but the reality is we knew that, but now it's on the record. It has been said out loud by them, and yeah, I think it's an important part. It's even as a symbolic thing. It's just to be able to say we have you on record saying you chased this man down because he was black, and then we've been calling it black while jogging and black while this and black while that, and now on a federal plea deal on the record, these men have admitted that yes, that's why they did that, because they had nothing else, right? They had no evidence of any crime. They didn't see a crime. He had nothing on him, no weapons, no materials that could have been stolen or whatever, So yes, this was always about him being black, and now it's on the record. In addition to this judge shitting on their last bit of hope. And that's what really hit me about this too is Wanda Cooper Jones, Ahmaud Arbery's mother. Um, she said something to the effect of this federal sentencing would be another defeat for her. That after these men took her son from her, that they get any kind of leniency. That really hit home with me. So thank you to that judge, Lisa Wood. Federal District Court judge, thank you for not swallowing that pill and reversing that back to what it needed to be. So, my Baker, let's get one last thing before we move on. So they need to be in fear for their safety and get shanked with a quickness. But like I I'm with that, except for the with the quickness. Like I'd like for it to ride out, you know, 20, 25 years of am I gonna get shanked today? Like I'd rather see them go through that and then yes, one day get shanked. But as soon as you get there, like no, let's serve some time, you know, get beat up first before you go straight to shanking. You know what I mean? Like a good 5, 7 years where they just get punked every day physically, and then escalate from there. No. This shit brings out the worst in people. What do you know? Racist murderers, right? Yeah. I'll be getting into that a little bit more later, but I'm gonna pop in. But for now, we gonna move on, man. Speaking of white folk out here playing these card games, is Nicole H here? Y'all know Nicole. Where Nicole at, man? God damn it. God damn it. This was for her. Because she's the one supplying some of y'all with fake Vax cards. I know she's slanging them things out there. I don't see her out here. Shit. All right. But anyways, y'all know her. You love her. Nicole H. She's a regular here. She's always joking about slanging fake Vax cards. I know she got a game going. But these two Betty Crockers right here. Hold on now. Where they at? Oh, it's hard to do both. These two ladies here. These are New York City nurses. Well, not city nurses, but they're nurses in New York City. Um, One of them married to a police officer. So that's another layer to this story. But for now, we know that these ladies made $1.5 million selling fake vaccination cards. Okay, it's believed that one of them that the husband who's a cop is involved. Not proven yet, but who needs proof? It's America. We're going with it. Uh, Devin DeVuono is the suspected cop who may be involved. Um, Believe that cops were buying these as well. Good to know. 1.5 million dollars. Okay, these two. I mean, what a lovely pair, huh? Let them run the PTA too. Why don't you? 1.5 million. This is what they found in the house. They found $900,000 of cash in the house. $900,000, maybe. Who want to go to the movies? Butter's on me. All right. I wouldn't even know where to put $900,000 cash. I mean, I'd spend the time doing it, but yeah, that's a lot of fucking money, man. Fucking mattress. I just sleep on that shit. Um, yeah, bro. That's how deep it's gotten. Misinformation, anti-vaxxing, anti-science. These nurses, by the way, did I mention that? They work with the doctors. My sister was in the hospital a few years back, man. I realized, man, these nurses do a lot. Doctor pop in once every 7, 8 hours. Clipboard, thing on the neck, bounce. Great doctor. I mean, did her job, but nurses in there every 2 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. They're the ones who carry. They know a lot of shit, man. They know that they're delivering drugs and all. Man, come on, it's supposed to be better than that. Instead, they out here passing out fake vax cards and not even for free. They was getting that bank, man. Man, raise your hand out there if you faked your vax card, y'all. We ain't snitching on the show. But I just want to know who out here doing it. All right, God damn it. Because that's my other problem. Who got RVA Gourmet out here singing singing Sam? Hmm? Uh, who's out here faking their vax card, man? Because that's ultimately the problem. Like the 1.5 million people leads to X number of individuals who gave them their money for that card, and then the reason you get a fake, like the reason why teenagers get fake IDs, it's not to apply for a job typically or whatever. It's like so you get alcohol. When you want to do some dirt, want to get out there, want to live life, get to partying. Wait, beer, right? Why would you get a fake vax card? Beer. Same shit. It's teenage bullshit again. So all these people who got the fake vax cards who gave the $1.5 million, 900,000 in cash, maybe. They were out there gallivanting. Yeah, I said it. Did you write it down? Gallivanting. Okay. You need a pony to do that. You understand me? You can't just do that shit in Adidas. That doesn't work. Okay. You need ponies and shit. So people are out here gallivanting, obviously not vaccinated because they got the fake vaccine card. I hope they can track this, and do and see how many strains these jackal monkeys created just by passing out the fake vax cards. But listen, again, if you don't want to get vaccinated, okay, I'm done arguing with y'all about that. But then you must mask up, isolate, and stay home as much as possible. Like, that's all we've been asking you to do as a population. If you really don't want to do the thing, great, okay, fine. I mean, I don't think it's great, but it's fine. I ain't going to harass you about doing it. But the next responsible thing to do, the next best responsible thing to do would be to mask up, isolate, and don't be hanging out. Because then the unvaccinated people with the fake vax card, they went to the beer place and then they took off the mask and then droplets everywhere. Droplets. They catching droplets, they throwing them back. It's like an Australian Open of droplets. Which is just serving volley. Spittle. The one you see, because sometimes you see them. You ever talk to somebody and you actually see the spittle leave and it land like in your cheek or something. You try not to be like, oh man. So you try and find them over here. Like, I know, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, during the pandemic, that's even worse. Regular life, I don't want your spittle or your droplets on me. But right now, keep them to yourself. Miss Adverb made and sent replacement cards. So you always up to some bullshit. And yet, and I know you sitting on more than 1.5 mil. And you ain't gave me a $9 for this baby. For those who don't know, Miss Adverb got me pregnant years ago. And I refuse to have this child until she starts paying first. Okay. She running all kind of schemes. Replacement vax cards. I know she's getting money out here. Give me my shit. And she takes crypto. Give me my shit. RVA Gourmet said like that pastor who spit on his brother. Yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah, we not brothers no more. I have a feeling if I ever did that to my sister, we need therapy or something. I couldn't just come over next Thanksgiving and be like, hey, sis. Yeah. Remember that time because he was like, he did the throat. He like brought in the mucus. It wasn't just spit. It just wasn't like patooey. It was like, what? And then he did the drip down into the hand. The viscosity was visible. I said viscosity, guys. Write it down. So I don't know, man. You got nurses, cops, maybe the mayor's involved. I don't know. God damn it. What you gonna tell me next? Batman doesn't have superpowers? Come on, man. What is the world coming to? These two nurses are out here. $1.5 million worth of fake vax. I mean, just the printing costs alone. Nobody noticed. Follow the ink. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking Canon or Xerox, nobody noticed that these bitches were ordering 8 months worth of ink in 2 days. Because whatever, man. Whatever. I'm not a detective, nor do I care to be one. All right, man. That's it. I'm going to keep it moving. It's just me today. It's a Dro solo show. So like I said, going to be a little bit shorter. And as we push through it, guys, we're going to do it a little something like this.
Hey.
It's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, ay, 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 with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, I ain't even pop in. It's like, fuck it, I'm not gonna move. Oh, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. Ha! If you're just tuning in, Savage AF is the show. I'm doing it Dro solo today. Detroit versus everybody. Shang is in Vegas live at the LA Comedy Club at the Strat, formerly known as the Stratosphere. Who had room for all those letters, right? It's cheaper to just buy 4 letters for the neon sign. At the Strat, I'll be live at the Comedy Chateau this Friday, February 4th. Holla at your boy. Instagram at Black Pedro. All right, man. Oh, snap. I didn't even pull this brother's pictures in. I need to do that. I'll do it while I set this up, while I babble ski babble. Y'all know me. I just gave it to you, right? Detroit versus everybody. You know, I'm a Detroit kid on my teams. So the Pistons, right? Not doing so great record wise, but definitely building something for the future. Cade Cunningham is a real one. He was the number 1 draft pick last year, and the boy balling out, having a great rookie season. Just became the first Piston rookie to ever have multiple triple doubles. But it's not about the players right now. It's about the game, man. This brother right here, JD Dubois, not a household name. He's on the coaching staff for the Detroit Pistons. Several days ago, the Pistons were traveling in the city of Orlando, playing the Magic. Not the outcome we wanted, for sure. Neither in the final score, but definitely not in this incident, which really isn't hitting much, but getting hasn't gone viral. It's not like Carmelo having the 76er fan thrown out. That was kind of more of a scene because it's a star player, center court with it. But this was an incident in Orlando the other day where JD Dubois, or Dubois, however I never knew the right way to, if it's Dubois or Dubois. Get at me on that, guys. But all right, so this coach JD Dubois, Dubois sounds better. JD Dubois, he he's on the bench. There's like layers to the bench, and there's like a second bench, and then behind that is like a front row of fan seating, right? It's just folding chairs and shit. They're like right behind him. So he's up on his feet cheering the Pistons on, doing his job, and a white man seated behind him, a fan of the National Basketball Association, physically grabbed him by the back of his sweater, yanks him, and tells him to sit the fuck down. And then the white man's white wife chimes in. He's like, yeah, just sit the fuck down. White guy appeared to be a little older than Brother Dubois. Appeared to me to maybe be in his 50s or something like that. Yeah. So a lot of things going on here. First of all, just the handling, right? Like physically putting your hands on a stranger in an aggressive manner is like a certain level of batshit. Like, what makes you think you can touch me like this at all, right? Then to not even be like, pardon me, sir, would you mind having a seat, or even going down in front? No, sit the fuck down. Man to man, how is this a way to address people in a civilized nation, in a society? Huh? Is that how we were learned? Is that how we were taught to speak to each other? And then to have your crooked mouth wife with her hookfish face ass chime in with a, yeah, just sit the fuck down. Okay. She don't really. Okay, so before I get there, so there are those layers, but then yeah, my it was a Karen defending her Kevin. Yes, they do that. Um, it was, and I don't know if I actually have the response here. Sorry. Oh, anyways, this is what the guy looks like. The alleged the alleged overseer. Um, but this guy JD Dubois, who the brother who's an assistant coach on the Pistons, he tweeted later, and I'll just have to kind of paraphrase it, but essentially, he was just like, obviously shocked and saddened and angry, but he expressed at a certain point in his tweet about his inability to express or show his anger because he didn't want to be labeled the angry black man. And today on my pop in, I'm here, I think, to challenge that in the sense that I completely understand how JD Dubois felt, right? I too have been in situations where a white man or woman has gone way far too white and talks to me in a certain way, or just does some thing in a certain way, attitude, whatever, and you're like, you get incensed, you want to fucking flip, but you're like, no, it's a nice restaurant, I have on a button-up shirt, let's not get riled up, let's just you know and sometimes it hits you so fast, you're just like, what the fuck just happened? Like I've had that where I'm like, what the fuck was that? Yo, did you? Yo, right? Sometimes they just like drive by racist whiting. I call it the drive by whiting, where they white on your ass and then they whoop, and you're like, yo, what the fuck was that? But you can't go chasing them through the neighborhood, right? But I don't know, man. I don't know. In a society where we're taught to, where we're supposed to be learning to express ourselves and open up and share our feelings. Why can't we be angry at this shit? Like, why? How long are we supposed to carry the burden of turning the other cheek or being the bigger person or stiff upper lip, chin up type shit? I'm like, I think I'm kind of tired of, you know, being angry and not being able to express it, because then that's like that. It just piles up. It builds pressure up, right? And I think it's building pressure up in a lot of us black people in this country, where you get these, we call them microaggressions, right? Day to day. And we don't flip out on these people, right? We don't say nothing. We don't check it. We're moving on. I'm gonna stay, I'm blessed, whatever, right? Like nah, man. I think I'm about to start letting loose on these niggas. And I don't mean physically. I want to make that clear. I'm not condoning physical violence here. But I am about maybe, not even maybe, I'm about expressing my anger when shit like this happens to me. Like, I know I've told this story one time before on this show, but once at school, in college, y'all know I went to a very white school. Um, Me and a homie, we were at a party, a white party, and we were joking around with each other, acting like we were about to fight each other, and then we were like, it goes, hugged each other, it was, it was, right? But apparently, in our pretend fight buildup, we had scared the white people around us, and this little white girl. At the end of our exchange, when it was clear that we were joking, she comes right up to me and pushes me physically in my chest, and was like, "Hey, nobody wants to see all of that." And like, without even thinking or anything, like, I was so angry that she had put her hands on me. So I just got in her face and was like, "Then don't watch." Like, I screamed on this bitch. And then I looked up and like all the white people were like, "Oh shit." I don't even remember who that bitch was. She ain't never said shit to me ever again. And I'm like, oh man, that day was great. Maybe I should do that more. Like, maybe scream on these white people a little bit more. Am I? I don't know, guys. Chime in. Let me know. Am I wrong? Do I sound crazy? Do I sound like an angry black man? Well, guess what? I am. Watching this Pistons sideline incident in Orlando the other day, I was like, yo, I feel bad for this brother because that wasn't that dude had no right to touch him or talk to him like that. And I get you. But he was like, I didn't want to be the angry black man. Nigga, we angry. I'd be angry if a motherfucker did that to me. Now I'm not saying you gotta bust him in his jaw. But you can verbally flex on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can do that. I might sound off on your ass. See Damani now. I'm gonna stop sort of that. He's like, should have socked his ass or her ass or whatever. Oh, I should have. No, that wouldn't have worked out for me. But I did what I needed to do that day, and that worked out, perfectly. It drew a line. And none of them white people ever came up to me and party like that again. This was, hi Pedro, how are you? Just some drinks over here. We changed all that shit up that day. So Lady D Banks says you do, and then they play the victim. I'm no longer worried about that because if all you do is scream at somebody or whatever, there ain't no charges either way either. This man put his hands on you first, so that if we want to get into the physicality of it, all the videos are out there. You're in an NBA arena, it's visible. But I guess I'm with pushing that line. What up, cuz? My cousin here, John Ramator. Let me see. Got a question. He said, has a white person said to you that you are wrong for calling out a racist? Not. I haven't had that direct conversation, but I know it happens all the time. Or, they really love the reverse racism thing now. Well, let's just reverse racism. It's just like, just like with the Supreme Court nominee pool right now, it's all black women. They're like, well, that's reverse racism. It's like, cool. Yeah. Either way, you getting a black woman on the court. So shut the fuck up. Call it what you want to. Crack a jack. But I don't know, guys. Yeah, again, I'm not trying to start a fist riot at basketball games, but we've seen these incidences. I know it's happened with LeBron. Like I mentioned Carmelo Anthony the other day with the 76er fan. And they got escorted out. By the way, the 76er fan kept calling Carmelo Anthony boy. And I think I saw RVA Gourmet, somebody else call that out. But yeah, that fan kept calling Carmelo Anthony boy. And it's just like, oh, did you guys see this one? I can't remember this player's name. It's a brother, black guy, plays basketball in China and was, going to another city in China, playing an away game in China. And then these Chinese dudes are standing outside the arena like, hey, nigga, you are nigga. Look at nigga. And they're just like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, what the fuck in the middle of China? What the fuck is this, bro? So to all the fans out there who think they can do that, I'd be careful, man. Because you fuck the players. Shit, it might be some big black dude right behind you while you yelling out nigga and boy and all this shit. Bam, crack your ass right in the motherfucking neck. Again, I'm not condoning violence. That's not my point. But my bigger point is, I no longer want to bear the responsibility of holding back my anger or my feelings when I'm angry, just because society is going to judge me as an angry black man. Nigga, they judge us for walking down the street, jogging at the drive-thru, having a nice car, trying to get into your own house. There's so many ways that being black could kill you in this country. I'm no longer concerned with people being judging my anger or judging me as angry because they're right. I'm angry. We're angry. Are we not angry? I mean, is it just me? Are y'all niggas living in Wakanda and not? Hello? Is it? Let me know if it's just me. But I'm angry. I admit that. As a black person, I'm angry. I don't walk into restaurants like, give me a goddamn Big Mac. You know what I mean? It's not that, right? I don't go to McDonald's anymore either, right? But not 79, little Eggman mother 79, you know what I'm saying? Shut up. But the reality is, there's this anger that we carry. I think it's from the systematic oppression, just to generalize it. So we carry it generationally. When you got Martin Luther King's granddaughter talking about the same issues he was, I mean, it's a little infuriating to hear a 10-year-old talking about the same shit her granddaddy got shot for. Like, come on, man. Let me say, Chris Dean coming in with a big message here. He says he believes it's a fallout of the miseducation of the MLK message. I just brought up MLK. They think we will turn the other cheek. I treat white folks like I treat my granddaughters. I won't really hit them, but they are scared as hell. I will. Brother, I like this grandparenting philosophy here. Thank you, Christopher Dean, for laying that out there for me. But that is it. That is it, man. It's not that you have to touch them, but put that fear, let them know. Let them think it. Like, oh, he might. Oh, I think we picked the wrong one, Susan. Let's let's move along. Karen, are you ready? I don't know. It's and again, y'all know I'm not talking about all white people and all that, right? I have white friends. Okay. But yeah, the reality is it's I think it's okay when and there are these situations like these white NBA fans that want to act like this, like they're earning it, right? They're earning retaliation. These people on the street who want to talk to you any old kind of way, like you are earning this energy back, this negative energy you want to give out. You can come collect it right back. We can boomerang this shit right back to you. But yeah, without laying hands, like Chris Dean says, just let them know. Let them kids. And I hope your grandkids ain't watching because now they're gonna call your bluff. But that is a good philosophy, man. Just make them think that they might have to go home with your shoe lodged in their ass crack. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to do it, but let's go, man. All right, y'all. That's the show for today, bro. You know what it is. Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. We'll be back at this tomorrow. Shank should be with us again. He's live in Vegas. Let me see. What's Maya saying before we get out of here? I would give the warning that they didn't want to see the angry black woman. They kept their distance. Yeah, man. Yo, John, let's go to Trinidad, dog. I want that to be my first international trip after, Earth Wars or whatever's about to happen. But as soon as I'm trying to get down there, brother. All right, y'all. So tomorrow we'll be back here. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so we'll be on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come join us, guys. We'll be right back here, YouTube, Facebook, live. In the meantime, have a good night. If you're slinging fake VAS cards, just know that the walls are closing in. Okay, they on your ass. They on to it. And last but not least, most importantly, keep your finger out of your nose.